It's reported that 1 in 4 students is bullied in the United States. Is your child one of them? We'll hear about the effects of bullying on local students.
Police officers in White Bear Lake show their muscle in the name of charity. We'll have the details, plus a local couple feeds the hungry, just in time to say, I do.
These stories and much more are coming up on Lake Area Beat. I'm Tracy Minarchuk.
And I'm Ron Hawkins. Welcome to Lake Area Beat, and welcome to Pine Tree Apple Orchard. It's been kind of a tradition out here in October.
Yep, fall. We've got corn maze, we've got the pumpkin patch, apples, good apple treats.
Yeah,
Started
great place to be. Your season,
My
all right?
season. A local couple made Metro-wide news when they pledged to help feed hungry students.
Jeff Lokes and Rachel Ann Haskin had a truck and minister on standby in downtown White Bear Lake on a sunny Saturday. If they filled the truck with donations, they could marry.
Their fate depended on the kindness of family, friends, and strangers. Producer Mary Klein and photographer Nick Anderson were there to witness the community coming together to make a marriage happen.
I was pretty nervous to, no pun intended, propose this to her. I wasn't sure if she'd go along with it, but it speaks to the kind of woman that she is, that she would.
Historically, the wedding is the bride's day, and for many, it requires months of preparing and years of dreaming.
I want to get ready now.
But bride-to-be Rachel Ann Haskin had no objections when her fiancé, Jeff Lokes, took the lead.
I love it. And I was not surprised when he came up with the idea of tying the wedding in with the charity. And it shows his heart, which is what I fell in love with.
In place of limousines and opulent reception halls, they parked a bakery truck on 4th Street and spent the day collecting food for hungry kids.
Cool is this? In scrub. Wow.
Straight from work.
Wow.
Humbled by family, friends, and strangers who donated nearly 4,000 pounds of food.
I can honestly say that was me as a kid. It's not starving like a third world country. It's being uncomfortable physically because you're hungry.
Jeff's undertaken many projects in the name of charity, only this time, if he met his goal, his fiancée would be taking his name.
The only thing I'm nervous about is coming through for her. And I do feel a weight of the city a little bit too, because I want to come through for White Bear Lake, and that's the nerves that I feel is just filling that truck up. That's the only kind that I'm having right now.
As last-minute deliveries were made,
Oh my!
Oh, hey.
Don't forget about.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh,
Don't
this.
forget about this.
it was time for the mayor to deliver her verdict. She declared the truck full, which meant the couple could officially declare their I do's.
How could you turn down something like this? Something that's going to benefit so many children.
The food will fill kid packs for White Bear Lake students, and the efforts of the community filled the couple with gratitude.
Just thanks to the people of White Bear Lake specifically for adopting us and letting it be a part of our lives. And thank you to everyone else too. So.
Aw, thank you.
That's enough.
So, gosh, wasn't that a cool idea for that?
Was it 4,000 pounds of food?
Oh, almost 4,000 pounds and
Wow.
a lot of money too.
What a great idea.
I know. That's
a wonderful job.
Jeff and Rachel.
And I think Rachel got what she wanted.
Yeah, and Jeff too, for that matter.
Yeah, so that was awesome. Good job, guys.
It's reported that 1 in 4 students is the victim of bullying, and many victims never even report the harassment they face at school and online.
In recognition of Anti-Bullying Month, we're re-airing the Unity Day video shot in White Bear Lake schools last year to show how widespread the problem is.
Kids will pick on me because of my weight, and like they'll call me ugly or like stupid or idiot, but I don't really listen to them because you know what? I know that I'm beautiful and I know that I am who I am.
I don't know a single friend who hasn't been bullied at some point in their life for being too tall, too short, too fat.
And he slapped me across the face, and by that time I was crying because it hurt. And he kept slapping me across the face, probably about 15 to 20 times. And I noticed that there was a huge circle of people standing around and no one spoke up.
I've been bullied a long time. It's because I'm a tomboy and I wear guy clothes. A lot of people think that I like the same gender when I don't, and they like to mess with me about that. Some people just think I'm different because I don't do girly things, and they think it's cool to mess with me, and they try to boost themselves up when I'm getting knocked down.
A lot of my friends, like way too many of them, have had at least one like really bad bullying experience. And it's just a terrible thing to go through, and I've just seen them go through that. It just breaks my heart.
People would try to see more of the chair than me as a person. It was kind of more like, well, he's different than us. He seems like an easy target. Let's pick on him.
I feel like it's the attention they get. I feel like most of them like the attention. They like having other people like around them saying like, yeah, like be mean to her, like they think it's funny. And some people just do it maybe because that's how they get their anger out.
So when I bullied other people, I felt a lot better about myself because I didn't feel so, weak or powerless. When I finally let that go and actually apologized, I felt, so much better. I didn't feel like I had to hold on to this hate anymore.
There's always a reason that they're bullying someone. It's either because they're being bullied at home or because for some reason they just maybe even think it's fun, which is wrong. There's something going on up there in their brain. I personally think that it's people that don't feel good about themselves and they want to take it out on other people to make other people feel the same way that they do.
A lot of that pain that you feel can be washed away if you just trade it out for some encouragement and positivity.
Put yourself in their shoes. How would you like it? How would you feel if this was happening to you every single day, every other day, however many times a day or whatever it was, the frequency? How would you feel? You're gonna like it, or are you gonna be okay with it? Is it gonna make you happy? Probably not. So why would you want to make somebody else feel that way?
So we need to understand that what we're doing on social media translates into the real world, and this is how we're raising our children to be that way and to not care about people's feelings or that their words and actions don't have consequences. They do.
We have to be good role models in that sense. And I try to do that at school as a teacher too. I really try to foster respect and empathy in my classroom all the time, and I think parents need to do that also.
If you're watching somebody get bullied, don't be a bystander. Just go up and say, hey, back off.
I recognized somebody's bullying and I stepped up to the plate and said, don't do that. If everybody thought that way, it'd be a lot less of it occurring.
To me, it's just making sure everybody has a friend, someone to lean on, someone to care for them. When they're feeling down or when they're feeling happy, someone to celebrate with. Just having a friend to be with them.
We just need to stand together and stand out against bullying.
Just a simple smile can make someone's day and turn their day around.
If you witness it, you could speak out and stand up for that person. I would go up to them and say, don't do that, that's not very respectful. I really don't know why people would be scared to stop bullying, because it's making someone feel bad.
I don't know if it impacted me more of what the bully did or what the bystanders did by not speaking up about it. And I've always made it my goal to be the voice for someone who doesn't really have a voice, and then celebrate that person when they find their own voice.
concerned about their children's safety.
Sergeant John Vitti tells us how in this next segment.
Police officers and parents will have the opportunity next month to connect in the interest of children's safety. I'm John Vitti, encouraging you to join us for the annual Parent Safety Information Night, sponsored by the White Bear Lake Police Department. Over 25% of children have been bullied online, but parents may not even know what cyberbullying is. During the Parent Safety Night, we'll educate you about what danger signs to watch for and how to help your kids if they're an online target. We'll also talk about traffic safety, drug awareness, human trafficking, and general mental health issues. The event is being held at South Campus on Thursday, November 9th at 5:30 p.m. There'll be free pizza and beverages, and Safety Night is also free. You're welcome to register ahead of time or simply show up. Our children are our future, so let's set them up with the tools to be healthy and happy. I hope to see you there.
So our lives are not the same. It's a struggle every single day, and that's why we're talking about it and being very open, is because we don't want any other family to have to go through this.
Welcome back. Police officers do a lot for the Special Olympics of Minnesota. There are many events like the Polar Plunge sprinkled throughout the year to support the organization. But recently they added something new.
We did the plane pull.
The plane pull.
The plane pull. We raised almost $1,300.
Oh my gosh,
the
just
pull.
the police department?
Yeah,
White Bear
just the
did?
police department.
Oh my gosh.
Just us, and we went out there for the very first time, and we did actually really well. There was 24 teams, and we ended up, it's a contest, see how fast you can do it. We ended up kind of in the middle, so I thought that was good for our very first time.
Well, I'm picturing like Guinness Book of World Records where you see the rope in somebody's mouth and going back. Not like that.
No, the rope is like this big around. I think they cheat a little. We could probably pull it if it was a regular rope, but it's like this big around. So
all right.
I guess it has to be that big for the plane.
Yeah.
Kind of
well,
a big
way to
plane.
go, Special Olympics. All right.
Yes, that was awesome.
Nice job.
This summer, we talked with White Bear Lake Police Officer John Sanders about the Crosswalk Safety Awareness Campaign being implemented in White Bear Lake. The results are in, and 163 drivers were stopped by officers during a 4-night detail. 131 were cited for failure to yield to pedestrians in a marked crosswalk.
10 drivers were cited for not wearing seat belts, and 3 were cited for texting while driving. Bottom line, if you see pedestrians approaching a crosswalk, stop. Tickets, including fees, exceed $100. There were plenty of excuses too, but thankfully, one person who was cited simply said, "There are no excuses." Good for him or her for taking responsibility.
As we mentioned, it's a tradition for us to shoot at the Pine Tree Apple Orchard during fall, and there are so many events that happen out here.
Bill Jacobson from Pine Tree is here to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on today. It's
Apple
very
harvest
busy.
going on.
Yeah.
Even a kind of a cloudy day, we're still got a lot of things going on. We're sorting apples, crews getting ready to go pick apples. Surprisingly, that heat we've had kind of slowed everything down as far as the ripening process. So we're actually hoping for some cool, clear mornings to get back on track again and ripen things up.
I have no doubt it'll get here.
Yeah.
The cool weather.
The forecast looks great. We're looking forward to just a fantastic weekend.
But
Can you tell us, I'm sorry, about the history of the Pine Tree Apple Orchard?
Would love to. It's this hillside here where we're standing has been in apples since 1904.
Wow.
Yeah, long time. And my family moved out here in 1950 and took over the operation of the orchard in 1958. So since then, in the beginning it was like 25 acres of trees. Now we're probably about 80, 90 acres of trees. The farm is about 300 acres right here.
Wow.
We also have another orchard this size in southern Minnesota to help manage our weather risk, so that bad weather in one place, we still have another place we can rely on.
Yeah,
So the orchard grew, and so did the family. Right now I farm with my brother and 4 sisters and nieces and nephews and lots of other people.
You need all that help.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
So we talked about apples. What else you got here?
Well, strawberries, you might not know, but we're one of the biggest strawberry growers in the state, and we actually have strawberries for sale, during apple season, frozen form. We 2-pound, 5-pound bags, of course, strawberry rhubarb pie, that type of thing. And also we grow pumpkins too. We're kind of a large pumpkin grower, but all for the pick-your-own crowd.
Nice.
So obviously fall is a huge time of the year. What other times of the year do you've got some other production stuff going on here? And
in the
when
summer,
are you open usually?
Well, we're open in June for strawberries, and that's kind of a short window. So if you snooze, you lose on that one. It can be as short as 2 weeks, sometimes as long as 4 or 5 weeks. But it's Mother Nature's the boss.
Yep.
You just don't know how it's going to go. But then we open up in August, early August, for apples, and believe it or not, we go all the way through February with apples.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
And then even some weekends in March, we're open for the bakery lovers.
The bakery, which you can smell when you're
Oh,
walking
my
around the
gosh,
orchard.
yeah.
It smells delicious.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there are a lot of local people that come here from White Bear Lake and Delwood. And are you familiar with people that have come from further away?
Well, there's always, it's such a special place, not only to my family, our employees, but our customers. And you would be amazed at how many people get engaged here. How many people just come here to remember loved ones. It's really, we take the stewardship of the property and the land very, very seriously. And so it's no surprise that people come from Albert Lee. We've got a group that comes up from Albert Lee every year, 20, 30 people, and they make it a whole weekend thing. Of course, we mentioned before about how many employees we have and all the locals, but when they're back from college, they come out. When they're back, when they get married and they bring their family. So it's just it's a special place.
And you've got other events. There's a race coming up, right?
Yeah, Run for the Apples is the MEA Saturday. I'm just taking a stab at like that 18, 19, 20 weekend in there.
October 21st.
October 21st.
I checked it out Saturday.
Somebody is signed
Ron's
up.
legs are quivering just thinking
ready.
about it.
Yeah.
And that's a big day. The pumpkin patch will open up this weekend.
Okay.
I believe the corn maze is
Early
already
October.
up and running. Other than that, just harvest and apple craziness.
And we know you're so busy, so thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk to us.
My pleasure. It's great
Appreciate
to
it.
have you guys out.
We're going to take a quick break, but first you still have a month to visit the farmers market in White Bear Lake. Here are the wonderful things you'll find.
First day of the farmer's market, so I love the fresh potatoes and some kohlrabi, and so I'm walking on my way back home.
And a pea, sugar snap pea, and a potato. That's what we had today. And a flour.
It's another reason why White Bear is such a great community. We just have so many little things to offer that just feel so homey and unique.
I had before sales before 9, so that's a good thing. Some before 8:30. That's amazing.
So it's been a challenging summer for you, hasn't it?
Yes.
And it's not over.
It's not over.
Take a look.
So this seems good places anyway to get deep conversation.
Uh-oh.
Deep conversation, get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know you're not afraid to wear, what was it, spandex Superman costume when we played baseball with you guys?
It was Superman, but it was fleece,
Did,
and it was
did like
August.
everybody tell you that you were supposed to be in costume and they didn't show up in costume and just you did, or do you
Would that
really
surprise you in the least?
No, or do you like to be in costume?
No, I just like to be spontaneous and have fun.
No, all right, on that note, so let's be spontaneous. There's some marbles here, some, I don't know, diamonds and rubies, and we're gonna go fishing for them with our toes. Let's not go fishing with that one. Is there any broken glass? I feel like we're being set up here.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. All right, I think this is gonna be timed. I don't have the timer, so we'll see, but I'm still supposed to ask you questions and get these out at the same time, so I feel like I got a harder job here.
All right.
So you ready?
I gotta answer the questions.
I know. I'm gonna say go, and then we're gonna try to get as many of these out of here as we possibly can.
All right, I'll spot you 3 seconds.
No, that's all right. Are you ready?
Yep, let's do this.
Go. All right, so are you a good swimmer?
Not at all. I'm a sinker.
Oh.
I can't swim at all.
What we're doing here takes some talent.
So the good news is the fire department's got those cool Mustang suits, those big yellow suits,
Yeah.
so they can throw you off the boat in the middle of the lake, which they've done to me many times, and you float. It's pretty sweet.
Right.
But no, I can't swim at all. In fact, it's something I need to learn to do.
All right.
I'm a liability in the water. So are my feet.
Hey, we're kind of taking a bath together.
Courtney, I love you. You didn't hear that.
Oh my gosh. Super funny. Oh.
What's the next
dear.
question?
Next question.
Any other
Moving
personal
along.
flaws I can tell you about?
What we're doing. Did I say this already? This takes talent. Do you have any other talents?
Do I have any other talents?
Do you have any other talents other than fishing? Because you're pretty good. I mean, you're kind of ambidextrous for feet. What's the word for ambidextrous for feet? Is it ambidextrous?
I think it's still ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous?
Yeah.
So you're ambidextrous with your feet.
I just have big feet, you know?
You're pretty good.
Any other talents?
Any other weird body talents?
No, I'm pretty talentless, to be honest with you.
Wiggle your
I can't
ears.
sing. I'm not athletic at all. You should see me run. That's a sight for sore eyes.
Well, I think we might.
Oh, I do got one talent, as you can tell from my feet and legs. I can suntan underneath a 60-watt light bulb. So that's cool.
Maybe you could tan today.
I'm just gonna scoop these up here. Take some for myself. All right.
All right, and I don't know who's gonna call us times. All right, time out. All right, we gotta see who wins. Who's gonna count these? We're gonna come back later, maybe part 2,
I
and
think
decide.
you did pretty dang good.
I did pretty good. Where's yours? How many do you have?
I got 50 right on the nose.
No, I'm
Yeah?
counting mine again. Oh, I forgot one. I think you won
That one's
one.
worth 11, right?
I think you win then.
Well, I had an unfair advantage in that one. Big feet and I didn't have to read anything.
Regardless of who won or lost, it looks like you guys are are having a fun time, or maybe are you guys just good actors?
I think we were laughing at ourselves on these challenges. Yes, they were silly challenges, and we were both up for it. But yeah, we had a good time.
Well, good.
And speaking of challenges, what's going on with the weather out here
Oh
today?
my gosh, yeah, a little bit of rain, a little bit of
I know,
sun,
we've
a
got
little
sun
bit of
now.
everything.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's a milestone birthday for a White Bear Lake institution.
And you're not talking about me, are you?
No, I don't think so.
It's all about me.
No, Ron, no. Producer Joe Cullen with photographer Jeff Melcock tell us who, or rather what, is celebrating 50 years in this next story.
I, Judson Marshall, Mayor of the City of Mahtomedi, Minnesota, do hereby proclaim September 18th, 2017 as Century College Day. Thank you very much and congratulations.
It was on this day, exactly 50 years ago, that Century opened its doors for the very first time. Then, at that time, Lakewood is what it was called. That's when I graduated, when it was Lakewood, had just 503 students and a handful of classrooms at the former Washington School. Some 29 years later, in 1996, the college was named its current name, and Century established itself as the economic, social, and cultural engine for the Northeast communities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Today, the college serves over 20,000 students, pretty amazing, and is one of the most affordable and diverse campuses in the state of Minnesota, something to be very proud of.
And whereas the City of White Bear Lake officially congratulates Century College on transforming lives for 50 years.
Our 50th anniversary is significant because it provides us the opportunity to reflect on the past and to recognize and honor all that has brought us to this point in time. When we reflect on the rich history of Century College, we realize that we are here today not because of one person. Instead, we are here because many people made a difference. And because of all the dedicated employees who know the value of higher education, we believe in our students, and we are committed to the advocacy that builds the foundation for transformational student success. We are here today because of all of you. We are Century College.
Congratulations to Century College. We had a great time once again out here at the orchard, thanks to Pine Tree for hosting us.
And thank you for watching. We leave you with some tips to keep your Halloween a happy one.
See you next time. I think we might be kind of lost.
I think we are lost.
About it.
We probably should have paid attention to where we were going. I don't know.
I thought we came from...
I thought they were going to have little markers, little signs, but...
We could probably just cut. You want to just cut through here?
No.
Yeah. All right.
Stay on the path, Ron.
Yeah.
Don't stray from the path.
Stay focused, I think
focused.
Is what I need to do here.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's a sign.
All right. H is for harvest. That doesn't help at all, does it?
No, it doesn't. Well, if it's going alphabetically, we just started at H, so we missed A. Hope we don't have to go through Z.
Yeah.
Oh, these are really tall in here.
Oh my gosh.
I think if we go this way, we'll go back.
This way?
This way.
Oh, where's the sun? Where's the moon to help us navigate?